You're on.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our community caucus. Normally every other Saturday, but we've missed a couple of Saturdays due to the summer schedule. Nonetheless, we are here September 7th. Excuse me. The meeting is on September 7th. Today is September the 2nd. And we will be discussing the entire city council agenda that's slated to be voted on this upcoming week. We will do first readings first, and then we will proceed with second readings and then resolutions. Then we will do questions, comments, and concerns. Please feel free to stop me at any juncture as you need more clarity, understanding, or would you like a statement on anything that we go over. With that being said, let's begin.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Should we note for the record that the public has no access to the links
Oh, yes.
in
Yes.
this?
That's a good point. So currently at this juncture, the public don't have any access to the supporting documents for the link. We have reached out to the council president and the city council clerk to amend this problem as soon as possible. So therefore the community will have the opportunity to review these documents in its entirety or to the level at which they deem to be satisfactory to them. So Gene, thank you for bringing that to my attention again. Just for the record, reflect that that's currently the problem right now. So hopefully they fix that soon because the supporting documents, this agenda is really nothing. The meat and bones is really in the supporting documents. When you would click on a PDF. It's a resolution.
And we should note that you have access to it because you have the
Yes.
Compass thing.
Yes. So first reading ordinance. Ordinance 3.1 is an ordinance providing various 2023 capital improvements by in the city of Jersey City and the county of Hudson, state of New Jersey, reappropriating $11,730,000 in excess bonds proceeds from various bonds ordinance not needed for their original purposes to finance the cost thereof. So this there was a bunch of bonds that were taken out to do said project, and either the money is no longer needed or they didn't need all the money that was allocated. So it looked like we're going to be reappropriated. This is something that I really want to go look over again after we go through the caucus, because for me, whenever I see this, I need to know, first I need to know if the bond was used in its entirety or not. Something that would be really eye-hopping if there was a bond taken out and we didn't use any of that, or we didn't use a significant amount, because I would ask the question, why take it out in the first place? So that's definitely something. Good thing is this is the first reading, so we do have the opportunity to listen to the rationale of the administration on Tuesday. And again, it's still a first reading. So before it become a second reading, we'll still have the opportunity in between the first and second reading to ask additional questions. And this right here is seemingly very, very important. With that being said, 3.2 is ordinance supplement 332, which is vehicles and traffic, parking, standing and stopping, amended section 332, parking prohibited at all times. And this is going to be parking on the west side of Baldwin Avenue between 139 and Washburn Street. 3.3 is an ordinance supplement 332, vehicles and traffic again. What do they want to do here? Let's see, let's go down. It says prohibiting parking at certain hours on Academy between Torres Avenue and Van Ripen Street as part of the Bergen Square Capital Improvement Project. I know we did briefly talk about this before. I think Councilman Borgiano was opposing this. I guess because of the congestion that he think would be there by prohibiting certain turns and prohibiting parking. But at one point they was looking to remove it entirely. I see here it's parking prohibited at certain hours. So that may be a compromise they came to. Again, we can get more information on that on Tuesday as well. Excuse me. 3.4 is the ordinance supplement 332, which is vehicles and traffic prohibiting right turns on red signals on Duncan Avenue and 1 and 9. Wait up, on Duncan, no, between Duncan Avenue and one. Oh, okay, I know where this is at, on Duncan. So they want to prohibit the right turn, I would imagine because of the congestion. Um, but I don't, because if you're coming down Duncan and you make a right turn, I don't think that doesn't impede any.
Just no right on red.
Yeah,
You can still turn right, just not while the light is red.
yeah, just no turn on red. But I mean, I'm not really understanding this one because, oh, unless, okay, I can see what their argument may be.
Because it's probably hard for the people.
Yeah. No, now that I'm thinking, I can see because of the traffic coming on West Side, the traffic may be going straight or maybe turning. I mean, I can see that. I can see. So no turn on red. Okay.
I feel like that coming from 1 and 9 to
No, between Duncan Avenue and 1 and 9 on in West Side.
but going which way? Going
Going towards 1 and 9 on Duncan. That's that juncture. I guess when you, because you're going towards
they provided maps. That's
yeah, but it looks like it's going into when you're on Duncan and you go to make that right turn, it is heavy congestion. But people turn right on red because we can turn right on red. That's what I can see their argument because of the oncoming traffic. I can see that. So that's 3.4. 3.5 is the ordinance supplement 332. Okay, this is designating parking for disabled individuals in various spaces throughout the city. That's typical. 3 point, what that was? 3.5.
308 MLK was supposed to be. I thought 308 MLK was supposed to be on this agenda. We can finish the first readings, but 308 MLK was supposed to be also on the list of getting handicapped or disabled parking in front of their building because they provide transportation for persons with disabilities. At 308 MLK, and Jennifer Wong told me that it was going to be on this next agenda.
All right, so we have to make note of that and reach out to her. 3.6, the ordinance rescinding ordinance 17-107 and 20-083 and terminated a tax exemption financial agreement with CICF, some LLC, NJB02. Let's see what's going on there. They said they are terminating the tax. They're terminating the tax exemption. So it may they may try to say that this entity is not eligible or have ran its course. Which one is it? I can't see, Eric. If you go to it should be in a purpose box. Right there. I can't read that. It's totally too small for me.
It says the same thing. Ordinance rescinding ordinances and tax exemption and financial agreement. It doesn't have why. Termination notice. Let's see. Pursuant to section 12.1 of the financial agreement between the city, they hereby provide notice that it intends to terminate the agreement at the expiration of 30 days from the date of this letter for failure to correct the deficiency referenced in the default notice dated September 9, 2022, and included here within. The ordinance formally terminating agreement will be added. So they didn't
fulfill all of the requirements. We gave them the time to do it, and then they still didn't do it.
Yep. A whole year, or almost a whole year. 9 months.
All right. Now 3.6, 3.7 is ordinance amending Chapter 304, Taxation, Section 32, Guidelines for the Expenditure of Funds of the City of Jersey City Municipal Code. Ordinance amending Chapter 304, Taxation, Guidelines for the Expenditure. Oh, okay. So, oh man, I hate when I do it like this. That's why I can't read. What is in the purpose box, Erica?
Purpose box says this ordinance shall amend chapter 304 of the municipal code to allow the use of funding held in the city's AHTF, Affordable Housing Trust Fund, to be
Okay.
for the purpose of providing rental assistance to people who
Yes.
earn less than 80% of the AMI and are facing potential evictions due to the inability to pay rent.
Okay. All right. Three.
I'd like to make a statement on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, John. I mean, Jane.
Gene, yeah. No, I'm happy that they're, helping paying rent for those in need. That's very important. But the affordable housing thing is they've got to build something, do something. Just these little bits and pieces here and there really kind of burns me up. But
It's a
that's just
band-aid, it's not a solution.
Yeah,
right.
if you want to be really progressive, take those funds and build an affordable housing establishment versus constantly going to help people. I mean, I get it, but again, it just goes to the priorities
The
of the
administration.
administration. Like what do they deem as necessary? And as we've seen, we typically take band-aid approaches versus surgical removals.
Well,
And
yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's the harsh reality.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Erica, you were going to say something?
we're also just building affordable housing isn't the only solution. We also need to bring in jobs that are
Yep.
paying
hmm
their wages. And we're bringing in all this development. We're bringing in all these places to live, but we're not bringing in jobs.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing I'll say about the affordable housing within this particular fund is that I brought it up at one of the council meetings not too long ago, is that they basically the city bought a lot or a place on Sip Avenue. I don't even remember, I brought it up. And they then moved it for the intention of affordable housing, to build affordable housing. And then they ended up transferring it to the redevelopment agency in order to like farm it out for a high rise.
Yeah, yeah,
And the thing is, that was illegal. That is illegal because they did not follow the procedure. So I mean, it's beyond it to me. It's not the administration. I'm saying Fulop. This is his game plan. The people who are poor are living hand to mouth, like myself and like a lot of other people, mean nothing to him, and that just burns me up.
yeah.
Sorry for that expression,
No.
but I'm just so angry.
All right, so I think 3.8, this is what we was meaning about, Erica. Ordinance approving a 30-year tax abatement for a mixed-use residential project and authorizing a financial agreement with Bayfront Partners 32 Urban Renewal LP pursuant to the long-term tax exempt law. So yeah, I mean, we've had a meeting with them and we've heard their side or whatever. But I still just want to, more times to just digest this, to see exactly what's going on. All for affordable unit, I think is a great portion of affordability. I think we definitely need to do something to that site. But I just want to, make sure I'm doing my due diligence by going
hmm
through every single thing.
And I would also like to know what is long term. Like,
30 years.
it's just,
Yeah.
but it's not going to take them 30 years to build it. Like,
No, but the way he explained it, like once it's built, they're going to need to I guess when you borrow the money, you want to be able to show them that you'll be able to cover the mortgage. And if like they take that into consideration, the taxes that have to be paid on a property.
right. But once the building's built and the building's full and they start, you're saying it's going to take 30 years to start turning a profit? So they won't be able to pay the mortgage
No.
without tax abatement? But that's the what I want to That's
You're
what
right.
I want them to put in layman's terms. Like after 30, like why 30 years instead of like 15? Like why not the year you start turning a profit? That's when the
Well,
tax payment
that's,
ends.
but I think everyone always go for the maximum. I think 30 years is the maximum. Um, but yeah, I mean, to your point, at what point do you guys begin to make profit? I don't know. This is a very interesting project in a sense that they have they have affordability. Then they have, I think, 50% AMI, and I think 80% AMI. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's a
So they
screenshot.
won't. So they won't be able to generate that much revenue. Um, Although they'll still be able to generate. It's not act like they're not going to make anything here,
Yeah,
though.
because
Correct.
Do
like
that.
you noticed, most of the affordable units were one bedrooms, so they're going to be charging max rents for those
Mm,
3 and 4 bedroom units.
And the twos.
So right, so they're gonna turn a profit sooner than later. It's not gonna take
Mhm.
30 years to turn a profit.
and besides, you know what? There's so many ways to hide money that they could say, oh, they're losing money when they're actually making money.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't, yeah, putting it in, I think Erica's right. Having it put in layman's term, what it means, what does it mean for the people? And in fact, are these affordable units affordable forever? I don't remember the,
I think they are for the that's a good question though for eternity, but that's definitely a good question we can ask as well. Let's move
yeah,
on
because if
to
they're going to cut off the, a lot of these places, they'll be affordable for X amount of time,
no, I
and then
think this deal
it's
may be
supposed
a
to be
little
permanent.
different because it was our land. Um
Yeah, well, look what they did with
but yeah, to
the
Liberty, that's what
sci-fi thing.
yeah, Salt City.
Yeah,
Okay,
sci-fi.
sci-fi. 3.9 is an ordinance adopting amended the Morris Canal redevelopment plan, including the creation of a mixed-use F zone for properties currently zoned I district and mixed-use B district. Yeah, I didn't even meet with them about this, so I don't really even know what this is about. I really hate when they do this. They put these things on and they don't consult us. Um, like at least give us an opportunity um, to understand exactly why are we doing this,
hmm
and like just to get input.
They're gonna say, "Oh, it's just the first reading. Let's
Wait,
see."
is this
Oh, I
the?
know.
No, I
That
think
hate
did we send
kills
a
me,
resolution? Oh, okay, no. If this the one that we sent the resolution for them to examine the area. Because
possibly.
I remember one, because I remember we were talking about the property adjacent to the light rail in the back of the Morris Canal. We gotta look at the notes to see if this is that to see if this is that one.
Mixed juice.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have a block and lot. The other one had it was a couple of blocks and
Yeah, it
lots.
was a couple lots and lots. Yeah, I'll look at the notes and
Here,
cross.
here it is. Yeah, is this the no? This on the other side of
We were talking about the properties.
this is the property here. It's off of Johnston Avenue, Johnston and Grand.
Oh no, that's not it.
Yeah,
Johnston and
because the
Grand.
other one was off of Easy.
Hmm.
You said Johnston and Grand?
Yeah, Johnston Avenue and Grand Street.
Oh, that's all the way over by where the new firehouse is going. Oh, I think okay. All right, I'll talk to Matt and I'm about this. Let's move to now these ones right here. These were all first readings. But 4 point, I mean, yeah, 4.1. I don't like this idea. Um, Vacating a portion of the
Yep.
public right of way to a developer. Like I just don't like. I don't see. I have to ask them today. Like, what do we benefit by vacating this street?
Zero.
It's a public street. What
Right.
do we benefit? That's all I need to know. What do
Yeah,
we
what do we
benefit?
get? And you know what? And it should be, what does the public get from it, not the city getting taxes and this. Oh yeah,
Exactly,
that's all I say is
exactly.
it's a tax
Because
base.
they're gonna pay taxes on the establishment anyway, and it improves their project. So
Right,
exactly, what do the public get? Are you going to give 12 free public sparking paces that you're taking? Are you going to give that back to them?
right. And I think the thing this is what I wanted to check because they're saying, okay, there's going to be I think they said something about a couple of affordable units, but how affordable?
No,
And
but the affordability, they don't have none. The affordability it's already triggering. I think the
oh, the
project,
IZO.
yes, it already triggers certain things.
And the thing is this, if it's a city really wants to give up that spot, turn it into a park.
Yeah, you
Turn it
just
a
did
little tiny little
took somebody's
park.
property for eminent domain and made a park.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that's what you want to do. Yeah,
you
so
know,
I mean, I don't like this. So I'll be asking
well,
um a bunch of different questions on Tuesday. So
yeah,
wait,
because this
tomorrow's
this
Memorial.
is
What?
this is part of the corporate land grab that Fulop is doing, taking like the firehouse on Bay Street, which was our fire museum.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's turning into a private, it's a public space. It's going to go to a private owner now. The same thing with Exchange Place. 40% of Exchange Place is now a
Yeah.
corporate drive. And for how many cars? They don't
Mm.
even have a franchise agreement. Then you have countless others that were, properties that we had that were sold. And I promise you the when they make the new quote unquote emergency system thing that they want to put by Hoboken, that whole lot on Marin Boulevard, that's going to go to us like high rises. Like we just keep on dumping our land. And the thing is,
Land
we
to have.
need it.
Yeah. Well,
It just makes me so sick.
4.2, 4.2 and 4.3. These were carried from August. One is amending the regulations for the cannabis distributors. And the other one was essentially amending the definitions. Now, this cannabis stuff has messed up since its inception. So this is an attempt to try to figure some things out. Um, oh my goodness, man, it's rough
See, I
right here.
can't see it's so tiny, but is it to amend? Like I
Yeah,
said, the
to
same
amend.
way when
Yeah.
I went up to the council, said you cannot amend these things.
So we did get clarity on that.
What was that? Tell me.
So that what the language where you pulled that from, that was
Yeah.
only what legal what Peter had told me was that was referring to um things that were voted on by the public during an election.
I don't believe that.
That's saying that you can't change something the people voted on within 3 years, but it's not referring to what the city council votes on.
I
Those are
got to look into that because I don't trust Peter Baker. I mean, he'll fudge. I'm going to say this for the record, on the record, that he'll fudge anything. I mean, if he doesn't have an answer for me when I'm at the council meeting, what is this? I think he's trying to find some kind of spin on it.
yeah.
Mhm.
He should answer it on record. That's the thing I don't like. Why do I have to ask you off
Right.
record?
And it should be on record because if he puts it on record, and that's why you should get an email from him. Because if he's ill advising, is not advising correctly, then you need to get
That's
him
what I
out of
think
there.
we'll
I
do.
think
We'll
he put it in writing. He replied to
get
my
it.
email.
Yeah,
He did.
we'll get it in writing because I just prefer everything to be in writing for my own sanity.
He
Um,
did ask the question in writing. I forwarded him the email you sent, Gene, uh,
Yeah,
with the screenshot of the law,
yeah,
and
yeah,
okay.
the law in its entirety, and
yeah.
that's where he was like, "This is refer." That's where he made the explanation. But I think I forwarded you that email, his response.
No,
Um,
I don't think so.
I'll send it. I'll send it.
But you know, like I said, I don't trust him. Philip pulled him right out of the he was from the Attorney General's office in New Jersey, He was New Jersey Attorney General for political corruption.
Uh,
That's
Mm,
where Philip pulled him from. That's
that's-
your
He
guard
does
dog.
loopholes.
And he gets, and
uh,
he gets tips and everything. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's
yeah,
go.
4.4 is a franchise ordinance granting permission to 335 Washington LLC and its successors to assign to make public improvements, including stairs, ramps,
I'm sorry. We
right
skipped
away.
4.3. We talked about 4.2, which was talked about the language of cannabis.
No,
4.3,
4.3 is the language. I mean, yeah, 4.3 is the
4.4
definitions. 4.2 is the regulations.
is a regulation, but I would like for you to ask on record, um, to state on record for the public, so the
Yeah,
public can understand that if you applied before these amendments were changed, you will still be able to be voted on by the council before those who apply after the moratorium.
Oh,
That
okay. All right.
that is not clear. It has been not been made clear on record. Like individuals might have provided clarity. Like Maynard's always telling me, "Oh, come to my office." No, reply to my email. Um, I I I want it on record because we keep getting cannabis um, applicants emailing us and making the same complaint, because these new laws essentially enable those who applied after the moratorium, after
moratorium.
the pause, to be able to not need to go to planning board. Meanwhile, those who applied before these changes still have to go to the planning board. They still have to follow the old way. So if those people are in line, because planning board backed up, if those cannabis applicants are still in line waiting for a planning board meeting, they got their CCB approval, they're waiting for planning board before they can go to city council. Meanwhile, other people who apply afterwards get their CCB approval, get to go straight to council and don't have to
That's
wait.
not fair. They have to go behind everybody
They
else.
should. So that's what needs to be put in writing, set on record, because that's where a lot of the anger and frustrations lie.
Okay. All right. 4.4 is making private improvements in a public right of way at 335 Washington. No, the right of way on Bay Street, adjacent to lot 102, block 1161 on the official tax map. 4.5 is another franchise ordinance granting permission to 215 Warren LLC pursuant to the resolution of the planning board to landscape a portion of the sidewalk up to
No,
3
actually more than
and
the sidewalk.
you said what?
It's actually more. It's actually going into, um, what does it say? It goes actually into the right of way, into the street. I actually, because I couldn't read all of it. I'm not so, crazy about this, but I did reach out to the HPHA people, the Historic Paul's Hook Association, and they said they're fine with it.
I
But
remember this one as well. This is regarding the parking lot.
yeah, yeah, where the funeral home
Development.
is.
So the
Yes,
parking lot was
yes.
already encroaching into the sidewalk
Uh-huh.
legally. So and then the difference isn't much. And we spoke to them as well. They don't mind this.
Okay, okay, good.
All right,
It's not
so
the sidewalk.
4.6, ordinance amended chapter 3, administrations and government, Department of Administration, powers and duties of the business administrator, Jersey City Municipal Code to authorize the business administrator to execute. This is the license agreement with the high rise for the cranes, or for the training.
Yeah, the fire stuff.
Okay. All right, 4.7 is an ordinance of the city of Jersey City, state of New Jersey, authorizing the transfer of city-owned real property identified on the tax map of Jersey City as block and lot. This is going to the read. Where is this at? Block 1141, lot 25.
244 Bay Street on the tax map.
Oh, is that the one that's the firehouse?
That's the firehouse, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we would, okay.
We acquired it and now we're giving it to the
And now
GCRA.
we get to,
And then
yeah,
it's going to go to private hands.
yeah, that's crazy.
For what?
4.8 is allowing ordinance authorizing the city of Jersey City to enter into a lease agreement with New Jersey School Development Authority on real property at 70 Eagle for the purpose of temporarily parking the via service vehicles. 4.9's
So,
ordinance.
Councilman, if we could ask, or ask via, on Tuesday, if they could also, since they're going to be now using this property, it's also a prime area for, putting up advertisements, and they can put up signs with QR codes, with instructions, with their phone number of how people can access Via. People don't know how easy it is to use Via.
Mhm.
People don't know that you don't have to have the app. You can make a phone call. People don't know that if you're a senior citizen, you don't have to walk. They will come straight to your door. If you're disabled, they can get a special disabled vehicle.
Mhm.
People don't know these things, so they don't use Via.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is, the lease agreement is only for $1.
Yeah.
So,
Well, temporarily, I think it's
right, I know it's temporary, but when
But
you have that conversation with them, Erica, yeah, you should bring up all that stuff. It's very important because people don't know.
and it's a prime location for advertisements.
Hmm.
So they can teach people with this
Yep,
opportunity.
okay.
excellent idea.
All right, 4.9 is the ordinance supplement 332 vehicles in traffic, prohibiting right turns on red signals to prohibit turns on red at all times at 2 locations on high injury network. Where's the location?
4.9, sorry, two locations. One is on Marcellus,
Oh,
and the other is on Brunswick. So Brunswick South to prohibiting a right turn on red onto Columbus from
okay.
Brunswick, and the
All right.
Marcellus is both directions prohibiting a right turn on red onto
All right.
Grand.
Grand, yes. Okay. All right, 4.10 is a franchise ordinance granting permissions to 331 SIP LLC to make private improvement consisting of upper floor projections over the public sidewalk in a new residential building on the south side of 331 SIP. Okay. And then we have special improvement district assessments, public speaking, all of the letters, and now we'll jump into these resolutions.
Oh,
Yes. Resolution, how you spending your money? Now, the first resolution, a resolution authorizing the purchase of 117 Hutton Street for $925,000 and ratifying an agreement, the corresponding purchase sale agreement. What did it, wait, and
that's
ratifying
isn't
and
that the
amending
one?
the corresponding purchase.
Isn't that the one for they were going to use for the
Police
police
station.
thing? And
But
it was last sold for 600?
no, for 5 something. They
Five
just sold
something.
it a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
I know.
Right, for
Yes.
5.
So we need to know why it was tabled, why it's back. What
Yes,
if any new developments have transpired before then?
correct.
Also, we need to put on record, because the previous mayor wasn't able to come to the meeting to make the statement on record, but he had a meeting with us and told us that even if they acquired this lot, the egress, the passway from the lot that they're buying to the lot that they already own isn't big enough for a car to fit through.
Yeah,
So
he's Jerry. I think he'll be at this meeting though.
okay, because so it
Yeah.
doesn't solve the problem that they say they're buying it to solve.
Right.
Okay. 10.2 is a resolution authorizing extension with the Jersey City Medical Center, perform medical examinations of civilians and uninformed employees and also of applicants for employment with the city of Jersey City on a month-to-month basis not to exceed 3 months. So they're extending this contract. Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Human Resources. 10.3 is a resolution authorizing a memorandum of agreement
Sorry,
with 35.
I'm sorry, Councilman Gilmore, before we move on, I feel like this is a good opportunity to asked Stacy, how come we can't do a month-to-month contract for a crisis intervention person until we find a better bid or a better service provider. They don't like the bids that they got. One was for 1.4 million, the other one was for 3.4 million. They didn't accept either of those bids, but because the need is so great and so urgent, why don't we do a month-to-month contract in the meantime until we find a better?
I think we won't be able to do a month to month because of ain't no organization is gonna oblige to do a month to month because of the heavy startup costs. The month to months are typically at the back end of contracts to tie up business.
I want to hear that from them that the startup is gonna like.
Yeah, but to your point, something we have to
It's
do.
got to be done.
Something has to be done, and the reality is, people have to do their damn jobs, right? People have to do their jobs, so that's I ain't even gonna get started on that because that's gonna be down a whole nother rabbit hole, which I'm gonna go down on Tuesday. 10.3 is a resolution of the City of Jersey City authorizing a memorandum of agreement with 335 Washington LLC regarding the transfer of 335 Washington LLC, Jersey City. So what's the agreement? What they have in the purpose box?
Authorize execution of an MOA. The MOA, Schedule A of the MOA, transfer of the boiler room property located. So they're transferring the boiler room. This agreement constitutes agreement between the parties here too with respect to the subject here of no covenants. Can I get so they're transferring the boiler agreement from 210 to 185 Hudson Street.
Okay. All right. That's where we at? 4. A resolution authorizing award a contract to Royal Printing for printing services for various city printing needs. Wait, I thought we had what kind of? Okay. I thought signs. We do signs. Okay. 10.5 is a resolution ratifying a contract with Royal Printing for printing services for printing the official elections machine. Oh, okay. And a ballot for primary
Wait
election.
a minute, hold on. With that one, it looks like, is it post dated?
Which one?
The one about the one of the printing one.
Well, both of them are.
January 6th, June 6th, 2023. So we already got the services and we're paying, the resolution is now to pay them?
Yeah, that's how it goes. They provide the service, and then you pay for it.
But the resolution should be that you actually hire them first.
So you do that. We do a resolution to hire.
Then you still, and then they got to
I need
get,
a resolution to pay?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
because we want to
Thank
make
you.
sure they provided the service we hired them to do. All right, that's 10. Wait up.
Can you go to,
4 and
okay,
5.
yeah, sorry.
10.6 is accepting assessment rule for the West Side SID. 10.7 is a resolution adopting and ratifying the 2023-2024 budget of the West Side Special Improvement District. 10.8 is a resolution, what's this, designating Van Winkle Avenue between Senate Place and Tunnelly Ave as, what's this, Cibola Way in honor of
Cebula Way,
the Bula?
in honor of Theodore Cebula.
Okay.
Who was Theodore Cebula?
Wait.
They should have their application. You have to apply to make these changes. They have whereas statements. Okay, he was in a Navy. Okay.
Okay, 10.9 is a resolution authorizing the cancellation of unexpended budget appropriation balance. Resolution authorizing the cancellation of unexpended budget appropriation balance. That's 10, a resolution authorizing the cancellation of, oh, wait, is this the same thing or is it two different things?
Uh,
Misprint or, no, it can't be because they had two
Yeah,
different,
different number.
yeah.
resolution.
So it must be two separate, unex,
So unexpended, that's money not spent or
yeah, it's not used. Um, so probably they went out, they appropriated X amount for something and then they didn't use all of it.
But the one
But
thing, I'm sorry,
I make sure,
these
is
are
it,
grants received that we didn't use.
these are what?
These are grant monies received. We were awarded these grant funds.
Yeah, so it looked like it's not that they're not gonna give them back. They're trying to, the cancellation of, yeah, they want to move them.
the one thing, I'm sorry to interrupt. The one thing that concerns me is sometimes these grants are specific. They can only go for that purpose. And yet Jersey City seems to, okay, we didn't use it all, but when we do it, now we're going to transfer it to one of our own departments. So that's, I wish that the way the administration ran was more transparent so you could actually see, okay, the grant was for this, we use this much of it. Because if some of them, like I said, are very limited for
Yeah.
that specific
Then
subject.
not only that, some of the grants that if you don't use all the money that's allocated, when you
You
try
got to
to
give it back.
now, but then also you try to go and get that amount next year, you don't need it, so they're not going to give you that amount. That's
But the
enough.
point, yeah, the point being is, but we shouldn't be transferring it. We shouldn't be dishonest. Let's put it this way. There should be an
Yeah.
honesty in these.
What is gonna, yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're canceling. What's the result of the cancellation? What happens to these funds afterwards?
Good point. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
in 10-11, why is resolution authorizing accelerated tax sale? Accelerated tax sale for what?
Accelerated?
Let me see. Sorry.
10-11.
Accelerated tax sale. Close accounting year for current any prior year's taxes, municipal charges, 1997 through 2021, assisted the city's realization of the tax revenue in the year in which it was levied, whereas the city desires to continue to hold accelerated tax sales for the positive fiscal impact on tax collection.
Oh,
Accelerated tax sale may be conducted in calendar year 2023 to assist the realization of current taxes in the year in which they are levied.
oh,
But
okay.
the tax sale, don't they have all the properties on there?
They should
I think this is just our ability to do it.
to do it. Yeah, this is
This is
authorized.
general.
The question when they say accelerate, I'd love to know what that means.
Um,
Or are they going to give them people time to?
no, typically, when they accelerated, that means they've done in their assessment as much due diligence as possible. And at
Okay.
this point, it's putting us at a financial disadvantage. All right, so 1012 is a resolution to cancel a tax sale certificate. It was sold in error. How did that happen? Then a resolution to cancel 2015 to 2017 real estate taxes on block 27401 and lot 32 due to, they consolidated the lots and they were charging them for two lots.
Mm-hmm.
One. 1014 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a notice and lieu of deed between PPG and Jersey City regarding the property on Communipore directly adjacent to block 461 Communipore, also known as 457 Communipore. Okay, with PP, all right. 1015 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to, what is this, Adamo Brothers Construction for the Leonard Gordon Phase 1 Safety Improvement Project. Leonard Gordon Park. Okay, what number that was, y'all?
15.
No, that was 15 just now. All right. 16 is a resolution accepting a grant. Water quality restoration grant for the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. 1017 is a resolution supplementing the manual of loading zones. Right, for Fairview Avenue and Storms Avenue between Duncan. 1018 is a resolution supplementing the loading manual again, but this area is east side of Grove Street between Mercer and Wayne Street. 1019 is a resolution supplementing the manual of
Wait,
bus stop designations for the city of Jersey City, amending bus stop location on Fairmont Avenue. 1020 is a resolution accepting a grant, 600,000 for a fleet of VIA JC electrical vehicles. No, electrified a fleet of VIA Jersey City vehicles. Wait, a resolution amending a resolution of the Municipal Council of City of Jersey City accepting a grant authorizing the city. Okay, grant. 21.
So we're gonna use our grant to enhance vehicles we don't own. I understand we pay via $1 million. Did we increase it to $2 million a year?
yeah, no, we're paying them, yeah.
1
Right.
point
And
something.
now we're using our grant funds to enhance their vehicles, not enhance
No,
our.
no. The grant is not. It's coming from New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection for e-mobile grants.
I
So
know. So why not
But why
enhance
VIA?
our
Why are we giving
vehicles?
it to VIA?
well, the state is giving it to them through us.
Right, but it might be for example, putting charging stations like around the city. But I just don't understand why I guess you have to look at the grant and stuff, but why it's
It
going
looks
to
like
VIA.
it's promoting clean energy.
But
No,
the public should be able to use it if it's a grant
it
that we're
should,
getting
but
from the
it should be
state.
right. It should
That's a
be
private company.
vehicles that the city of Jersey City owns, not vehicles that the city of Jersey City is renting from VIA. Or we don't even rent them. I mean, VIA owns their vehicles, and actually VIA actually rents their vehicles out to their drivers. That's how so instead of it being like Uber where you use your own car, VIA drivers rent the cars from VIA so that they can drive all day and make money off of the rides, or they get paid. It's
Percentage or
yeah.
Yeah.
But um and I understand the vehicles because I use VIA, the drivers complain because the vehicles are falling apart. They VIA needs to make sure they're taking care of these vehicles that we're fixing. If we're gonna spend grant money that we got to electrify to enhance their vehicles, then they need to make sure that their drivers are respecting these vehicles because the vehicles are falling apart. The drivers are stealing the stuff like the phone holders, the doors don't work. Me and my 3-year-old had to get out on the street side yesterday instead of on the passenger side because the passenger door doesn't open. So these vehicles are falling apart, they're not working, and I had to put my daughter in danger getting out on the street side from a VIA vehicle. Like we paying good money and we need to get good vehicles. Like these vehicles should not be falling apart.
again, I just like to when hopefully they fix the compass, the iCompass thing or whatever the hell it is. I'll be able to read it because I just want to ensure that this like why if the state is giving it to Jersey City, why are we giving it to VIA, a private company? Because if we're paying them $2 million a year, why should, give them 600, grand?
600, yeah.
Because we
Okay.
That's
can
what I don't understand.
using this on our own cars or
Yeah,
creating
exactly.
what else could have been done with this money. And now if they say, well, VIA applied for it through us,
Then
okay,
it's
one thing. But if we applied for this, like what are the other
I don't think a private company can apply for a state grant. It's cities that come and municipalities and entities that get these grants. So yeah, I would love to see this whole thing.
pulling up the award letter from the state of New Jersey? Congratulations, your
Yeah.
e-mobility project has been approved for a grant amount of 600,000. For this project, your unique grant identifier number is this. We will be drafting a grant agreement with the city of Jersey and DEP for your signature. So VIA isn't in this, wasn't a part of the grant. We're just deciding to give it to VIA.
Well, that's the whole thing. We have to find out that language.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ask them tomorrow to get more clarity on that. 1021 is a resolution authorizing Department of Health and Human Services to accept a donation from, who is this, Healthcare, hosted by Jersey City WIC Department for breastfeeding. 1022 is a resolution ratifying a renewal of contract with Winston Food LLC Bronx for preparing senior home delivery meals. 1023 is a resolution authorizing, the use of a competitive contracting to award a contract for performing air quality monitoring service for the Department of Health and Human Services. Now, all of these other ones, the next three is local support for cannabis dispensaries, 24, 25, and 26. 1027 is one of my favorite, or these are my favorite ordinances, executing a discharge from someone's property. So now they have full ownership to do what they want, what they please with their property.
Yep.
Without having that second stipulation on it. 1028 is a resolution authorizing the city of Jersey City directing the planning board to amendment or revision of the Newport redevelopment plan. 1029 is a resolution of the Jersey City Municipal Council authorizing the planning board to study and prepare amendment for the Greenville Industrial redevelopment plan. 1030.
Hold on 1 second. Council President Waterman just sent me a text asking me if it's fixed. Jean, can you see if you can look at the backup?
Yeah,
data?
let me check.
You have to do a refresh, maybe.
Speaking of Councilwoman Waterman, resolution approving appointment of Joyce Waterman to the Jersey City Housing Authority Board of Commissioners.
Oh, no,
How many boards is she on?
this is ridiculous.
More than me. Everybody's on more boards than me. I'll tell you that much.
Real,
So
assigned you to
here's
any
the
board.
question here. Her focus is Exchange Place and she's on that board. So why would you put her on housing authorities when that's not even focused in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It is working now. It is.
they put the most qualified council people on the board. Just seems as though that.
Really?
Says
yeah.
who?
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Give me some qualifications. A basement church?
Lord Jesus.
Don't get me started, right?
I want to hear this. So start.
No. We moving on. 1031 is a resolution.
No, we need to do so let me ask you this.
No, I was only kidding. I don't. The board are essentially just like the mayor just appoint, like he just pick who he wants appointed. I don't think there's any qualifications because I've looked at boards where people on, and I know for sure that they don't have a sixth grade education. So it's just a matter of who they want to sit on these boards.
But if these boards make decisions, that's the problem. These boards make decisions.
No, these boards make huge decisions.
Yep.
Real life game changer.
And where's her resume? I thought that we always have to look at the resume of anybody that's appointed.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's nothing attached. That's the shortest thing. Ain't nothing on that resolution. Oh, okay.
So you're not gonna vote for that?
Huh?
So you're not gonna vote for that?
Well, no, I'm gonna vote for it. You know, it don't make no sense not to vote for it. Because we vote on
somebody else that you'd rather appoint.
Huh?
Unless you have somebody else that you would rather appoint.
That's the thing, yeah.
Oh, I see. But here's the thing, I'm a bit concerned about that.
We have to, like, all right, we voting no because we want to put this person, or we want this person to be acknowledged.
Got it, understand. So why isn't there a process where there's multiple people that can apply for qualifications and then that is sent before the council versus?
No, it's actually the mayor who makes a decision. The council is totally not involved.
The way the ordinance or the law is written is the mayor sends who he wants to be appointed, and it's not like they'll just send Alika. It's not between Alika, Erica, and Jane. It's either this one, it's either yes or no. But to your point is why not send a list of people? So you have a variety and say, all right, no, all right, I vote for 1032A or 1032B or 1032C. I mean, that would be more of a, but again, they taking it that, the whoever is the mayor is that they'll appoint the most qualified and appropriate person for the position. And then we'll
In
say
theory.
in theory, in theory, that's
The
how that.
liaison between HUD and the city of Jersey City. Like, first of all, I mean, she's already, like we said, she's on so many boards already, and she's a council president. I would think she's stretched thin already. The liaison between HUD and the city of Jersey City to regulate fair housing practices, like this is a daily conversation for me. Like, I would want somebody who has more time to
Devote to it.
to this. That's my only concern is I just don't want her to be stressed thin.
Mm. Okay, all right. 1031 is a resolution authorizing a competitive bid to Robert and Associates to customize what? To customize agency policy manual for the Department of Public Safety Division of Police. What did they custom? What did it go? Let's go to the purpose box.
Sorry, 1030.
One. They want to customize the police public safety manual.
Create an updated and customized policy manual. Yeah, that's so they have that's the same thing they have in the purpose box. They say sign no conflict forms, police manual fine scores, RFP.
Okay.
2 vendors responded. The average scores. It's going to cost $79,000 to customize a manual.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it for half the price.
No, Jane.
I know.
No, I'll do it for half. 1032 is these are all lawsuits, man. These resolution ratifying professional service agreement with lawyer John LLC to represent the city of Jersey City and Doyle versus the city of Jersey City. And then another one is for who versus to represent the city in various union negotiations. 34 is a resolution renewing a professional service agreement with the law firm Gutierrez to act as a third-party hearing officer for the city of Jersey City in various disciplinary actions. 1035 is a resolution renewing a professional service agreement with Michael A. Armstrong and Associates who represent former director of Jersey City Recreation, Arthur Williams, in a matter of Dan Wiley versus the city of Jersey City. So if they're renewing 1035, how much have they spent so far?
So the renewal not to exceed 50,000, and they have the previous contract that totaled 100,000.
So they spent 150,000 already.
Effective. Wait, let me make sure that 100 doesn't include this new 50. It renews 1 year, effectively July 1st, in the amount of 60,000 for a total contract of 100. So 100 is going to be the new I guess it was previously 40. But wait, how is the amount of 60,000 for a contract not to exceed 50? So was it 40 before? Watch the settlement be something we probably should have just did before and saved money.
And we ain't even had to be here.
Right, but I think that's the way, first of all, the mayor would appoint batteries running low, excuse me. He has his little political plums and favors that he tosses out to these various law firms. And it's just because. Whereas if we could come to a settlement agreement far below that
later.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point?
How much is on the other one, Erica? How much is this 1036, the lawsuit?
Hold on.
The settlement. It looks like two settlements.
77,000. So we end up paying the lawyers more than we
Then
even.
you end up paying, yeah,
Well, ideally, that's what you want to do. You want to pay you. That's typically, yeah. That's typically. Now, what about 38? How much was that one?
No, but what I'm saying is, if we would have settled from the beginning for 77, we could have saved $100,000
No, how much you
for
said
the
they
lawyer
settled
fee.
for?
well, on that one, do we know how much was the
36.
representation cost?
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The representation costs more than the settlement.
No, how much was no? The representation was for a different one. That's why.
That's what it's for, right? We would have to go back to previous meetings.
Yes, exactly,
So
resolutions,
how
yeah.
much? How much is the Rhonda Perry lawsuit? 1038.
1038 is 65,000.
Okay. All right. So
I would want to know, like, what did they originally ask for? Like, if we gave them what they originally asked for, like, what work was done? Bless you.
God bless, God bless you.
Here to do this research, like,
Yeah,
it's up to not to exceed 50,000, right? At $175 an hour. So you're telling me that they build all these hours, they use $50,000 worth of hours to come to this determination.
right. Yeah, that ratio's got to be resolved and finding out what the original contract was and then what the settlement turns out to be, because that is asinine.
Is that a study that we can implement, like a resolution requesting the study of our
Expenses, right?
expenses for legal fees versus settlements? And
Yes,
that's
what
what
the
we.
time
That's what we
frame
have to.
for them to settle.
That's
yes,
what I've been
that's
fixing to get, man. We just don't have enough daggone personnel to track that stuff, man. That's what I've been wanting to
No,
see.
not for us to track, but for
the city.
the
No,
city.
they're not gonna do it. That's just like you're gonna have to do a lot of internal stuff on yourself. I mean, for yourself, especially when you're trying to uncover all this foolery and favor given to this
Mm-hmm.
agency and these group of attorneys against funding because they part of this super PAC and all that. So that's why
Yeah.
you kind of need, you can't rely on the people who's being disingenuous to do things that's sensible and
Oh, you need a third party.
exactly.
With
So
him
10,
to
uh,
raise funds to pay this third party.
1039 is a closed
I agree
session
with you, Erica, though.
about the Bayfront thing. 1040 is a resolution authorizing the municipal council. This is for UEZ funding for off-duty police for the fiscal year of 2024. 1041 is a resolution authorizing a shared service agreement pursuant to the Shared Coalition Act. Shared Service Coalition Act. Oh, this is for, okay. All right. For the cops inside of the housing complex. 1042 is a resolution of authorizing award of contract for who's Software House International for the barrack. Oh, this is for public safety, the communications department. 1043 is a resolution authorizing liens against properties for the cost of removing debris and litter. 1044 is a resolution authorizing a license agreement with local 825 operating engineers allowing the city of Jersey City to use
Yeah. Then I saw him do it live. And he do it good. Because, he took his motherfucking time. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. He knew he had to.
Alicia, is that you? You want to mute?
Because that wasn't easy to say. And
We'll continue to eavesdrop.
yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
that made me lose my okay. The hold on. Okay, everybody ready now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're on 1044.
Where we at? A resolution. The training. for 338 Dean's Road Hall, Dayton, New Jersey. Dayton, New Jersey, Training Division, Jersey 5. All right, 1045 is a resolution authorizing a license agreement with Liberty Science Center, allow the city of Jersey City to use space inside there. 1046, a resolution ratifying an emergency contract with Matt's Clean Air Technology, emergency cleaning for the HVAC unit in the firehouse. 1047 is a resolution of authorizing award of contract to EMCO for elevator inspection and maintenance service citywide for the Department of Public Works. 1048 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to Triborough Contractor Supply Hardware Corp. Supplies for hardwares for various supplies for the Department of Public Works.
I would love to know where they're located,
Who
this company.
oh, this
If it's
company?
tri-state, I'm wondering if it's based in New Jersey.
Okay. All right, 1049 is a resolution authorizing a award of contract to Millennium Communications for the management
Oh,
supply contract for various locations throughout the city for the Department of Public Works. 1050 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to Northeast Auto for the purchase of various automobile parts for the Jersey City Fleet Division of who? Division of Automotive Maintenance. Okay.
can we lease? I'd like to know because we lease a lot of our cars, these things.
Yeah, but this is for the maintenance. These are for the parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1051, a resolution authorizing award of contract with W.E. Tremlin Company for the various heavy-duty repairs for the city vehicle fleet. Automotives again. 1052, a resolution authorizing. Hold up. 1052, a resolution authorizing award of contract to Lease Service Center, BDA capital for 5 years for a lease of 2000. Look, there you go, talking about leasing the cars. They're leasing 2005 Ford Interceptors and 15 Chevrolets for the Department of Police. 10.
We just got those guys a bunch of cars. Shay's always getting cars and more cars and more cars.
But in his defense,
If they're needed, that's fine.
I've seen these conditions of these cars. My only thing is these new cars going to the police because I still see a plethora of piece of junk cars.
Okay.
And also the police definitely need the ability to switch out their cars because when criminals are able to identify the unmarked cars, then it just allows them to be more organized.
Oh, see, you think these are going to be unmarked?
I'm just hoping that it's assisting with that plan because that's a complaint that we've gotten from the
Oh yeah, they can tell them, yeah.
Is that they can't really do their job because they're identified. They're in an unmarked car,
Yeah.
but the criminals know that these are police.
That's the cars, like, yeah.
They know the license plates, they know the make and models.
Sure.
All right, 1053.
1040, no, 1050. Where am I at?
1053.
Oh, 53. A resolution authorizing award of contract with Herc Rentals for various equipment rentals for citywide projects for the Department of Public Works. 1054 is a resolution authorizing a month-to-month extension not to exceed 6 months to provide janitorial services. 1050.
Can I ask you a question on that one?
Yeah, Jen.
Do we normally do our own janitorial service? I know there's a janitors union.
No, we have
or we've just farm it out.
All of them, yeah, all of them have their own cleaning.
Okay.
Cleaning supplies.
We've done this one since 2015.
That's 6 months.
Why is it not month to month instead of annual though? Don't we get a better deal when we do an annual contract? If we've been with them since 2015, why is it month to month?
Yeah.
It may be month to month because it's the back end of a current contract. That's typically when they do the month-to-months. So we just gotta
City
see.
asked for new bids on April 11, 2019. Okay. They're probably looking for new bids, but in the meantime, we'll
1055 is a resolution authorizing a competitive bid to TUC. This is for cleaning janitorial services too. 1056, a resolution for cleaning for the Department of
Mhm.
Recreation, Youth and Development for ball field maintenances. 1057, a resolution authorizing Department of Recreation, Youth Development to accept Spotted Landifier's chemical treatment grant. 1058 is a resolution authorizing special items, revenues and appropriations in the 2023 municipal budget. 10.
insertion of special items. So the budget that was just approved needs to be
Yeah,
Yeah,
another two, oh,
two,
another 2 million, how many million?
hold on.
ELPHI. What's ELPHI? $1 million.
Exactly.
The Director of Division of Local Government Services may approve the insertion of any special item of revenue in the municipal budget when such item has been made available after the adoption of the budget. So these are grant funds maybe that have been made available, and so now we have to approve change the budget to include these funds. But this okay, these are opioid settlements, so this should be grant funds that we probably
Okay,
we shouldn't have to assume that this should be there. It should say, whereas we received a grant for
right, exactly,
not
exactly, Erica.
do this. This is legal. We may insert any item after the fact. Well, okay, that's fine, but just let us know more information about the grant so we can be comfortable with voting affirmatively.
Right, oh God.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
1059, resolution authorizing award of contract to Millennium Communication for the upgrade of phones and IT for the Department of Public Safety. 1060 is a resolution of the City Council of Jersey City directing the Planning Board to prepare amendments or revise the Liberty Harbor North redevelopment plan. That's 60. It's only 61 resolutions. I thought it was 71.
There are. No, there's 62.
I thought it was 70 something.
Oh, they might chuck in a few more, you know.
No, I thought I seen. I'm bugging. I because
I put it out yesterday. There were
oh no, 701. That's what it is. A resolution, a resolution of need and support for the city of Jersey City regarding 701 North Avenue. That's the one we tabled last time. And then 1062, a resolution authorizing award of contract to Closky Mechanical Contract INC for the purchase and installation of HVAC systems in a new police training facility. Okay, and that's it. And then we got a bunch of deferred items. So that's pretty much it. So anybody have any, wait, what just happened? Oh, anybody have any additional questions before we conclude? If not, okay, I'll see now. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in. As always, please feel free to share the link to this live with your family, friends, and neighbors. And most importantly, share the Everything Water page. Thank you, everyone. Be safe, be great on purpose, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Sounds great.
All right.